My husband Steve would rush to the bathroom and take long showers every day when he came home from work. He had been doing this for 3 years, and I had never suspected anything until that Friday when I came home early. The woman's perfume on Steve was so strong I could barely breathe. I had never smelled this perfume before. What I discovered when I investigated: sometimes the most innocent-seeming habits hide the biggest lies. Don't miss the shocking ending of this story. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell right now. Because the truth I would learn about who owned that perfume would show that my 3-year marriage was completely fake. I'm Lisa Parker, a 29-year-old graphic designer. I had been married to Steve for 3 years and thought we lived a happy life. Steve is a 32-year-old sales manager. Successful, handsome, like the husband every woman dreams of. Or so I thought. From the first days of our marriage, Steve had a strange habit. Every day when he came home from work, he would go straight to the bathroom and shower for at least 30 minutes. At first I found it normal. "Honey, why do you take such long showers every day?" I had asked once. 8 hours of office air is very suffocating. "I need a shower to get the stress of the day off me," Steve had said. It seemed logical. After all, everyone has different ways to relieve stress. But this habit never changed. Even on vacation, even on weekends, whenever he came home, he would definitely shower. "Steve, we were on vacation today. Why are you showering again?" "It's become a habit now. I don't feel clean otherwise." In our 2nd year, these showers got even longer. Sometimes 45 minutes, even 1 hour he would stay in the bathroom. "Steve, what are you doing in there?" "It's taking too long. I'm tired, honey. Hot water relaxes me." Since I also worked, we came home at the same times. Steve would always get home before me, take his shower and come out. In our 3rd year, this situation had become so normalized. Steve coming home and showering had become part of our daily routine. Until that Friday. That day I had left the office early. I had a headache and wanted to rest at home. When I got home, Steve's car was parked. So he had come early too. When I opened the door, Steve was sitting in the living room. He hadn't showered yet, and at that moment I experienced the shock of my life. The woman's perfume coming from Steve was so intense I almost fainted. I didn't recognize this perfume at all. It wasn't any of the perfumes I used. "Steve, what is this smell?" Steve's face suddenly changed. He had panicked. "What smell?" "I don't smell anything. You have very strong woman's perfume on you." "Oh, Melissa's desk is close at the office. It could be her perfume." This explanation was very ridiculous. Could such strong perfume stick in an office environment? "Steve, this is a very strong smell. How did Melissa's perfume stick this much?" "Lisa, you're being paranoid. It's just office smell." But Steve's voice was trembling. He was hiding something. That night as I lay in our bed, I was thinking, was this the real reason he showered every day for 3 years? I started analyzing Steve's behavior retrospectively. Shower times, home arrival times, phone usage habits. For example, lately he never left his phone. He even took it to the bathroom. "Steve, why do you take your phone to the bathroom?" "I listen to music while showering," he would always say, but no music sound ever came from the bathroom. Also, for the last 6 months he had been using much more cologne. He was a man who never used perfume before. "Steve, since when do you use cologne?" "To be noticeable at the office. It's important in business life." Now I understood. He was trying to mix and hide that woman's perfume with his own cologne. The next day after Steve went to work, I decided to investigate. First, I wanted to find out what that perfume was. I went to the perfume store describing the scent. Floral, intense, expensive smell, like a mixture of vanilla and rose, very strong and lasting. Sales consultant Ayashi was very helpful. Several perfumes could match this description. "Let me show you. This could be Chanel No. 5. I smelled it. No, this wasn't it. It was too light. How about this Dior J'adore? This was closer but still not quite right. What about this Marc Jacobs Daisy? No, this wasn't it either. This Tom Ford Black Orchid, that was exactly it. It was identical to the perfume on Steve. This perfume is very expensive, 800 lira for a 50 milliliters bottle, said Ayashi, who typically prefers this perfume. Young, modern, confident women. It's a very bold perfume. Not everyone can wear it. Who could be using this perfume? And how had Steve been exposed to this scent so intensely? That evening when Steve came home, I tested him. Steve, what perfume was Melissa wearing today? How would I know, honey? I don't pay attention to perfume. Do you know a perfume called Tom Ford Black Orchid? Steve's face instantly changed. His eyes widened. He swallowed. No, I've never heard of it. He was lying. I had noticed the tension in his voice, the change in his body language. Also, someone who had never heard of a specific name like Tom Ford Black Orchid wouldn't react like that. The following Monday, I called Steve's office. My heart was racing. Hello, this is Lisa, Steve Parker's wife. Can I speak with Melissa? Who is Melissa, ma'am? We don't have anyone named Melissa working here. I was shocked. Steve had lied. Well, which female employees work in the sales department? There are only male employees in our sales department, ma'am. There are no women in Mr. Steve's department. This answer completely shook me. There were no female employees in Steve's office. That evening I confronted Steve. Steve, I called your office today. There's no one named Melissa there. Steve's face reddened, then paled. He had panicked. Oh, Melissa is a freelancer. She comes and goes sometimes. She's not always at the office. Well, why did they say there are no women in the sales department? Who said that? Of course there are. They spoke ignorantly. They specifically said there are no women in Steve's department. Are they lying? At this point, Steve became very angry and aggressive. Lisa, why are you interrogating me? Don't be so suspicious. You're becoming paranoid. But now I was suspicious. Steve was hiding something and telling very amateur lies. The following days I started following Steve. I decided to watch from my own car from a distance. The first day when Steve left the office for lunch break, I followed him. I tracked him from afar. He stopped at a cafe. He sat at a table inside and talked on the phone. He seemed to be alone. The second day I followed him again. This time he ate at a different restaurant. He was alone again. The third day, though, I waited near his office in my car during lunch break. When Steve came out for lunch, I followed him. He stopped in front of a luxury restaurant in the city center. I went inside and watched from a distance, and what I saw there destroyed me. Steve was sitting at a table with a young, very beautiful, elegantly dressed woman. The woman was really very impressive. She was sophisticated and attractive like in Tom Ford perfume commercials. They were talking very intimately. They were touching feet under the table. They were holding hands. Steve was caressing the woman's hand and she was lovingly stroking Steve's face. The woman was stroking Steve's face and he was kissing her hand. This scene killed me inside. Steve was cheating on me. With every movement of the woman, that familiar scent of Tom Ford Black Orchid hung in the air. They stayed there for 2 hours. Steve was constantly stroking the woman's hair and hands. The most painful moment was when Steve smelled the woman's neck. Everything was clear now. Steve was meeting this woman during lunch breaks, having close contact with her. The woman's perfume was getting on Steve this intensely. And when he came home, he was trying to wash away this scent, this betrayal, with showers. This was the real reason for his daily showers for 3 years. He was trying to erase the traces of the love he was hiding from me. That evening I confronted Steve. Now I knew everything, but I still wanted to give him one last chance. Steve, where were you for lunch today? I ate a sandwich at the office. I worked at my desk. Lie. I saw you. Who is that woman? Steve's face immediately changed. His color paled, his hands started trembling. What woman? Why are you following me? This is ridiculous. The woman you held hands with for 2 hours, whose face you caressed. Tell me the truth. Steve was desperate now. He was caught and had nowhere to escape. Lisa, this is very complicated. You wouldn't understand. It's simple, Steve. Are you cheating on me? A long silence. Steve lowered his head. Yes. When I heard this word, my heartbeat stopped. My legs started trembling. How long? 18 months. 18 months. He had been cheating on me for almost 1.5 years. He had lied every day during this time. Who is that woman? Her name is Amanda. She's a customer relations specialist. She works at a different company. Where did you meet? At a business meeting. I fell in love with her at first sight. These words shattered my heart. What about me? What does our marriage mean to you? Steve couldn't meet my eyes. Lisa, I love you, but Amanda is different. How different? What's her difference? She understands me. The life I live with you started to seem ordinary. These words were like a knife. So this was the reason you showered every day for 3 years. I was cleaning her perfume off me. I didn't want to hurt you. You didn't want to hurt me, but you cheated for 18 months. Lisa, emotions can't be controlled. I love Amanda. How many lies did you tell me? Steve lowered his head. Many. I lied every day. These confessions were killing me spiritually. Are you planning a future with Amanda? She's married, Lisa. We're just seeing each other. She's married, so you're her side affair. The situation is complicated. This detail was even more painful. Steve was cheating on me for Amanda, and Amanda was cheating on her husband for Steve. That night I left home. I went to my sister Dennis's place. Lisa, what happened? Why are you crying? I told her everything. The perfume scent, the following, the restaurant scene. He's been cheating for 18 months. He was taking showers every day to destroy the evidence. Dennis got very angry. That bastard. He deceived you so much. I stayed at my sister's for 3 days. Steve kept calling and apologizing. Lisa, I broke up with Amanda. I only love you, he was pleading. You lied every day for 18 months, Steve. Every time you showered, you betrayed me. Steve apologized many times, but it was too late. Lisa, it's over with Amanda. I only love you, he was pleading. You lied every day for 18 months, Steve. Every time you showered, you betrayed me. The divorce process took 4 months. Steve gave me our house, our car, and half of our savings. It didn't last with Amanda either. That woman was married. Steve was just her side affair. Now I'm 30 years old and building a new life. When I smelled that Tom Ford perfume, I still remember Steve. But it doesn't hurt anymore, because I learned that perfumes can't hide lies. The truth comes out eventually. This was the truth behind my husband's daily showers for 3 years. Sometimes the most innocent-seeming habits hide the biggest betrayals. What do you think? Does your partner have suspicious habits? How can such a relationship stay secret for so long? Share your experiences in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for similar stories. See you in the next video.